Hello and welcome to another episode of Investment Power series. Today, I want to continue talking about my journey because this is what excites me, essentially. Last time we finished at Ipswich, so now today I want to uncover about my first investment property, and I want to talk about three things in terms of why I initially made the decision to buy my first investment property at Granville. Okay, so three things. I don't want to repeat what I have written in my blog. So if you haven't read my blog about my first investment property stories, you can jump onto www.lempower.com.au/blog and do a search on property journey. Then that will actually take you to a list of all the property journeys that I have done. But today I just want to focus on my first investment property in Granville. So the main reasons, I guess, in terms of why I bought that property, by the way, just a quick recap, it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1 garage, brand new off-the-plan unit, situated literally within 1 kilometer to Meriden Station. Okay, so even though it's closer to Meriden, but it's actually, the postcode is actually Granville, bordering the line. So the first reason why I bought that property is rental guarantee. So that's really what attracted me and my dad at that point in time. To give you an idea, average 2-bedroom unit at that time, back in 2011 for Granville, is renting at maybe around 300, 350-ish. But this property was advertised for a rental guarantee of 5 years, renting at $450 per week. Okay, so that's quite attractive because what I wanted at that time is a no-fuss investment property that I do not have to care whether there's a tenant in there, whether there's a tenant turnover, and whether there is actually a vacancy. So I don't want any of that fuss in my first investment property. So that's why I think having that rental guarantee would have provided the assurance to me and my dad, and we thought that was a good fit. Now, if you ask me whether I will do it again, I would say definitely not. Why is that? Because rental guarantee, in a sense, is marketed, repackaged in the price. So, think of it like the 5 years rental guarantee that would have added up to the actual initial sales price. So the sales price of the property is $360,000. Back in 2011, the 2-bedroom unit around Maryland's was only selling for about high twos. So there you go, there's a bit of fact in there. So would I do it again? No. Number two, we had a look at the location. So another decisive point was we actually went to check out Meriden Shopping Centre at that time. There we were extending the Stockland shopping mall with the stage 2 and stage 3. So it was going through massive renovations at that time. And also we checked out the dedicated bus lane at Meriden Station, and that was quite impressive. So at that time, my dad and I discussed, and we believe that there's massive infrastructure that's actually being done in preparation for the people growth, for the population growth, and also definitely private money. Stockland Mall is extending, so private money is also being poured into the area. So that's a good indication around the area to invest long term. Plus on top, it's only 2 kilometers away from Parramatta CBD, which is pinned down to be the second CBD of Sydney. So in the long-term run, I think it will do very well, and that's why we thought better jump in at that time to make sure that we actually grab a relatively affordable, brand new apartment, relatively not fussy in that sense. So that's the second decisive reason why we jump in, is because of the location, the potential moving forward. Now the third reason was more to do with depreciation and tax. Like any off-the-plan salesperson, they would have got these beautiful presented depreciation schedules that's put in front of you, telling you line by line how much depreciation will be per year, save you for some tax. Okay, so in terms of how much tax you can get back. Depreciation is great, but the quality of the apartment doesn't really warrant anything. Just as an example, my Granville unit at the moment is still having potential leaking issues. Back a couple of years ago, when there was a heavy rain in Sydney one night, my apartment being situated in the middle floor actually had water coming in through underneath the carpet. And that just baffles me because, you know, I'm not the top floor, I'm not the bottom floor, I'm the middle floor. How would the water got in? So it shows the quality of the construction. And even to date, I have to admit, even to date, you know, I'm still paying, or us as strata owners are still paying money at the moment, fighting the developer and the builder on this defect. And it's been going on for the last 2 years. So, you know, building quality doesn't really help. So no matter how good the depreciation, how good the tax benefit is, don't jump in just for the sake of that, okay? Plus, you know, negative gearing, which I thought I'll quickly touch on anyway. Negative gearing should never be your investment strategy. What is negative gearing? Negative gearing, in a very simple sense, is you lose $1, ATO gives you 30 cents back, but you still lost 70 cents. Would you rather lose money that way, even though the ATO will give you a bit of money back? Or would you rather make $1 and pay ATO 40 cents and you still keep the 60 cents? That's why if you look at investing in neutral or even positive gear property, that's the power. So, you know, you will still make 60 cents rather than losing 70 cents. Nobody likes to pay tax, let's be honest. I don't like paying tax, but, you know, like when I know that I'm paying a lot of tax, it's a good problem because that means, yes, I'm paying tax to the ATO, but I'm still keeping most of the profit to myself. So in that sense, excuse me, it's not too bad. Okay, so that's all I want to cover. Those are the 3 decisive indicators on why I initially bought the Granville investment property. If you've got any questions, just feel free to comment below. Otherwise, I will see you in the next episode of Invest Power.